Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Gen 1 solo run. Today we're going to be using Kanto's alleged toughest starter, Charmander. But is that still true? Charmander's stats make it a fast attacker, however its coverage isn't great. Yeah, it can use Dig for rock and poison types, but water types still have free reign, so we're going to have to get a little creative. As before, here are the rules for the challenge. My starter is the only battle Pokemon. HM mules are allowed but cannot fight. If the starter faints, then it is reset. Items are not allowed during battle. No cheats, Game Shark codes, or DV manipulation. However, the badge boost glitch is allowed. If you don't know, the badge boost glitch is an error that occurs in Gen 1. Each odd number badge increases a stat by 12.5% for all of your Pokemon. However, these boosts trigger again during a battle if your Pokemon stats are modified. So, is Charmander still the toughest starter to select? Let's find out. We defeat the first rival and make our way to Viridian. We battle every Pokemon we encounter because I want Torchy to be as high as possible before facing Brock. After we defeat some bug trainers in the forest, we circle back to face rival 1A. How will Torchy fare against the rival compared to Sergeant Bubble? First up is Pidgey. We immediately get a burn with Ember. Nice. Sand attack hits, but we get a crit next turn. Pidgey down. I decide to try my luck again with Ember, and first time we miss. Bubble is doing 6 damage, but our speed also drops. Now we share the same priority as Squirtle. Second Ember, we don't get a burn, but we do get a crit. That's pretty good. Again, Squirtle goes for Bubble. Ember misses. That sand attack is doing a number to us, and rival Squirtle hits with Tackle. Squirtle again uses Tackle, and Ember finally hits. Another Ember crits, and we have Squirtle in range. Finally, another Ember, and we knock it out. Torchy was a level behind Sergeant Bubble, but still managed to take out the rival first try. At level 13, I make it to Pewter City, and head into Brock's gym. I challenge the Light Years trainer to give Torchy another boost of experience. Diglett and Sandshrew both go down to Ember, and Torchy is level 14. Time for Brock. Even though Ember is not very effective against Brock's Pokemon, their special is so abysmal that it is our best move. Geodude is first. Torchy goes for Ember and does about a fifth. Geodude gets burned, and Brock uses a retroactive full heal. Another Ember hits, and Geodude goes for Defense Curl. Awesome. Another Ember brings Geodude below half, and finally Geodude hits me with Tackle. Ember is looking to be a 6-hit KO instead of 5. And yeah, it is. Finally, Geodude goes down, and Onix is up next. Torchy only has 29 hit points. Torchy uses Ember, and oh no, the Onix outspeeds, and it goes for Bide. This is not good. Bide stores energy based on the damage the user takes. If I were to outspeed, I could avoid dealing damage during those turns. Ember hits, deals 10%, and now I switch to Growl. I use 3 Growls just in case, but it's a 2-turn Bide, knocking Torchy down to 17 hit points. Ouch. This is not looking good. Onix uses Screech, and I return to Ember. Onix tackles for 4 damage. Even after that Screech, Onix really has poor attack. Ember has finally brought it down to half health. Onix uses Screech, which misses. That's a 1 in 4 chance happening in Gen 1, and Ember keeps whittling away. Onix again goes for Bide, but this time Ember crits. That's exactly what we needed. Onix is 1 hit away. Torchy uses Ember, and the giant rock snake is knocked down. Phew. Okay, so Brock is out of the way, but Misty is much tougher. Her water types have good special, which means Torchy is going to take some serious damage, and Starmie will likely outspeed, so I'm going to be battling the trainers up to and inside Mount Moon. On the way up, Torchy evolves into Charmeleon. I pick up a Paris as a cut mule and pick up TM01 Mega Punch. It has a base 80 power, but unfortunately its accuracy is 85%, and anyone who has played XCOM knows that anything less than 100% accurate is only 50%. By the time we leave Mount Moon, we're level 22. I decide to face Rival 2 and the Nugget Bridge before tackling Misty. How does Torchy fare against the rival? Let's find out. Rival 2 opens with Pidgeotto. Torchy outspeeds and goes for Ember. It does about a third, and Sand Attack misses. Okay. It goes for Quick Attack and deals some damage, but 2 more Embers knock out the Pokemon. Abra is next, and Torchy swings with Mega Punch. 1 hit KO. Mega Punch also knocks out the Rattata and does more than half to Squirtle. Nice! Squirtle uses Water Gun, which only does about 12 damage, and another Mega Punch knocks it out. So long, Rival 2. We mow through the 5 trainers in Nugget Bridge, and take on the Rocket member trying to recruit children. Ekans is first, and Ember nearly 1 hit KOs. It uses Leer, and Scratch knocks it out. Next up is Zubat. Ember also nearly KOs, but it goes for Supersonic, and Torchy is now confused. It hurts itself in confusion. Zubat wastes a turn using Supersonic, so we're okay. Except Torchy hits itself again, Oh no, that Leer is really doing a number to us. We're down to 19 hit points, and Zubat uses Bite. Now it's 11. Torchy hits itself with confusion a third time, and we're knocked out. What? And unfortunately, the last time I saved was before the Rival 2 fight, because I never thought I'd lose to the Rocket member. So now we have to face Rival 2 again. Torchy opens with Ember, and this time Pidgeotto hits with Sand Attack. Great. Ember misses next turn, and Pidgeotto uses Gust. Torchy lands the next two Embers, and we knock it out. Mega Punch connects against Abra, but misses with Rattata. It goes for Hyper Fang, which could be bad, but it misses. Okay. It uses Quick Attack to get in some damage before Mega Punch finishes it off. Finally, we're up against Squirtle. Mega Punch misses, and Squirtle uses Water Gun. Mega Punch finally connects, and Squirtle gets a crit from Bubble and drops our speed. Uh-oh. Mega Punch misses again. Squirtle's Water Gun brings Torchy down to 7 hit points. Another miss from Mega Punch. But Squirtle responds with Tail Whip. Mega Punch finally comes through for us, and we're able to knock out the Squirtle. I'm telling you, anything less than 100% accurate is 50%. We clear through Nugget Bridge again, and this time I save before the Rocket, because I don't want a repeat of last time. Ember brings Ekans to low health. It goes for Wrap, which is a little annoying, but it just wastes time. Another Ember knocks it out, and it's time for Zubat. Ember hits for good damage, and again Zubat hits for Supersonic. But Torchy stays focused. We're able to knock out the Zubat with another Ember. Finally, we can head to Bill's house. We get the SSN ticket, and now I decide to try my luck with Misty. We need the Cascade badge to use Cut, so it'll reduce backtracking. Misty opens up with Staryu. Mega Punch lands and brings it to low health, but Staryu responds with a Water Gun crit, bringing Torchy down to half health. I decide to use Scratch for the increased accuracy, and now we're up against Starmie. Misty used the next defend against Starmie. Great. Torchy swings with Mega Punch, but only does about a quarter damage. Starmie does outspeed, and Water Gun brings Torchy down to 14 hit points. I think we're doomed. Mega Punch lands again, dropping Starmie below half, but then he uses Bubble Beam. And yeah, we can't do this yet. I take back the TM for Dig from the Burglar. I thought about using it against Misty, but her Starmie still outspeeds, and decide to head to Vermilion. We board the SSN, docked in Tomato Soup, and pick up TM08 Body Slam. This is a base power of 85 and 100% accurate, so it's a substantial upgrade. I teach Torchy Body Slam, and now it's time for Rival 3. Pidgeotto is first. Torchy outspeeds, and Body Slam nearly knocks it out. It goes for Sand Attack, of course, and Quick Attack, but Ember knocks it out. Raticate is next, Body Slam misses, and it goes for Hyper Fang, but it only deals 13 damage. Body Slam hits and one-shots the Raticate and the Kadabra. Nice. Finally, we're up against Wartortle. Body Slam misses again, and Wartortle uses Bubble. It deals 10 damage. Body Slam crits next turn and finishes off Rival 3. We grab the HM for Cut and teach it to Paris, but now we have to travel back to Misty in order to use it outside of battle. So let's see if Body Slam is going to be enough for Misty. First off is Staryu, and a Body Slam one-shots it. Nice. Out comes Starmie and Torchy outspeeds. This is what we needed. Body Slam hits, brings it below half health, and paralyzes. It still manages a Bubble Beam, which brings Torchy to half health. Our speed drops, but it doesn't matter when your opponent is paralyzed. Another Body Slam, and we made it through Misty. I decided to go back to Lieutenant Surge. I want to be able to use Fly as quickly as possible. I also don't want to forget him later on. We trek back to Vermilion to face him. This should be pretty easy. We have Dig. I don't even bother to heal before the fight. Dig one-shots Voltorb, Pikachu, and Raichu. So yeah, that's Lieutenant Surge. Now we're on our way to Rock Tunnel, and there is one trainer I'm concerned about. Towards the end of the tunnel is a hiker who has 2 Geodudes and a Graveler, all of which know self-destruct, which he likes to use a lot. Dig should one-shot them, but if he gets one off, it could be disastrous for Torchy. We get to the hiker, and Dig knocks out the first Geodude. Torchy digs again, and the second Geodude self-destructs while he's underground. Okay. Graveler comes out, and Dig crits the Graveler. Alright, I was worried over nothing. As we leave Mount Moon, Torchy evolves into Charizard, and we head over to Celadon. At the department store, we pick up a fresh water for the guards, and a Pokédoll for the Mimic. Next, we tackle the underground hideout. Torchy, armed with Slash, is mowing through the grunts. Thanks to his high speed, it should nearly always crit. We make it to Giovanni in no time. Giovanni opens with Onix, which Torchy one-shots with Dig. Rhyhorn also gets one shot with Dig. Kangaskhan nearly gets knocked out, but then uses Rage, which does nothing. And yeah. After such a tough start, this mid-game is super easy. Time for the Pokemon Tower. Level 4 starts out with Pidgeotto. Slash with its criticals one-hit KOs. Dig knocks out the Growlithe. Honestly, Slash may have done that as well. And Execute goes down with Ember. Body Slam for the Kadabra, and even Wartortle gets one shot with Slash. A clean sweep. Torchy puts on his Proton Pack, and we clear out the ghosts. Marowak takes 2 slashes to take out, and we get our Pokeflute. I realized I forgot to pick up the HM for Fly, and pick up a Spearow on the way there. Since I'm already west of Celadon, I decide to head south to take on Kogo. We pick up the HM for Surf, and now we're ready for the gym battle. Kogo starts off with Coughing. I want to see if Flash would one-hit KO, but it doesn't. Coughing uses Smoke Screen, and that's just great. I finish it off with Dig, and now we're on to Muck. This time I use Dig, but Muck hangs on. Kogo uses a retroactive X attack, which that's good, but I'm a little concerned about Wheezing now. Torchy tries to finish off the Muck with Ember, but it keeps missing, and Muck uses Poison Gaps. Now we're on a timer. Ember misses again, and we're taking poison damage. Muck uses Sludge, and Torchy is at half health. Great. Body Slam finally hits the mark, and Muck is down. At least in Gen 1, you don't take poison damage after your opponent faints. Coughing number 2 comes out, and again I go for Slash, which really I should have used Dig. I don't know, maybe I thought it had Levitate or something. Slash misses, and Coughing gets a crit with Tackle. Now we're down to 39 HP. Slash finally hits, and all that's left is Wheezing. Torchy digs a hole, and misses. Ugh. Poison takes us down to 23 hit points. Koga uses X attack on Wheezing. I have one chance left. Torchy digs underground, and Wheezing self-destructs. Okay. We have barely enough hit points to make it out of the gym and fly to Saffron to heal up. Now on to Silphco. I find the key card a lot faster than Sergeant Bubbles' run, and we make our way to Rival Fivel. Pidgeotto's first. Torchy opens up with Slash, taking it down to a third, and Wing Attack almost does nothing. Again, Pidgeot uses Quick Attack, but Slash connects and knocks it out. Growlithe succumbs to Dig, but Execute holds on against Ember, and manages to use Leech Seed before getting knocked out. I go for Slash against Alakazam, which knocks it out, so we're able to go 2 turns without Leech Seed damaging us. Now comes Blastoise. Slash is not even doing half, so this is going to be a 3-turn KO. Blastoise uses Withdraw, which is perfect because crits ignore stat modifiers. Slash hits again, bringing Blastoise within range. Water Gun knocks us down to 49 HP, but a Final Blast seals the deal with Rival Fivel. Awesome. Giovanni is next. I decide to use a Super Potion before the fight because I'm not too worried about him. Hopefully that isn't a mistake, but let's find out. Nidorino comes out first. I remember that it's a poison type this time and go for Dig. It gets one shot. Finally, Torchy levels up to 46, and we're able to replace Ember with Flamethrower. I try out my new move, and Gekassan is one shot. Rhyhorn is next. I use Dig against him and Nidoqueen, but Nidoqueen hits on. However, Giovanni uses Guard Spec, and yeah, Slash knocks it out. Torchy digs again, causing massive structural damage. We traded the Pokédoll for Mimic, and now it's time for Sabrina. I'm a little better at the teleporters in our gym, so let's see if we can one-shot Sabrina. Kadabra is first. Slash takes care of it easily. For some reason, I think Mr. Mime is Ice-type. I use Flamethrower, but it does decent damage. Mr. Mime misses with Double Slap, and another Flamethrower knocks it out. Flamethrower easily knocks out the Venomoth. Time for Sabrina's ace, Alakazam. Torchy outspeeds, and Slash knocks it out. March Badge is ours. At this time, I realize I haven't picked up Strength yet, so I fly down to Fuchsia City and hand the Warden his gold teeth for Strength. I attempt to move the boulder that guards the rare candy, but I cannot use Strength outside of combat. I'm perplexed, but decide to deal with it later and head to Cinnabar Island. Blaine should be a complete joke. I cannot be burned by fire moves, and I have Dig. So here we go with my awful Count Von Count impression. 1, 2, 3, 4 digs! And I'm not sure if those crits mattered, but we're moving on anyway. I fly to Viridian, fully intending to face Giovanni for the 3rd time, except... what? The door is locked? Check my gym badges, and I forgot about Erica this entire time. I had no idea how J-Rose kept talking about skipping Erica, and yet here I am doing it myself. We fly back to Celadon and march straight for Erica's gym. Erica is a complete joke. Torchy is 20 levels higher and has a flamethrower. So let's say we do it again. 1, 2, 3. 3 flamethrowers! Now armed with the rainbow badge, we can finally tackle Giovanni. Rhyhorn opens the fight. Torchy uses Dig, but doesn't one-hit KO. Tail Whip lowers our defense, but also increases our attack, so that's good. I try Slash with Dugtrio, which does knock it out. Nice. Nidoqueen is up next, and Dig does not one-hit KO. It uses Body Slam, which thankfully does not paralyze, and we were able to knock it out. Nidoking has worse defenses, so Dig one-shots it. Finally, there's Rhydon. Dig does more than half. It uses Stomp, which does decent damage, but another Dig knocks it out. And there we go. Torchy's through the gym badges. Torchy's doing well this run, but the lack of coverage is concerning. We have 2 moves that overlap, and we could really use some more super effective moves. This is where Mimikyu comes in. It allows me to select any move from the opposing Pokemon's move pool and use it for myself. So goodbye Slash, and welcome Mimic. So how well is this moveset going to do against Rival 6? Let's find out. Pidgeot is first and uses Quick Attack, of course. Torchy goes for Flamethrower and drops it down to a quarter. Torchy is faster and knocks it out with a Body Slam next turn. Next is Rhyhorn. I go for Dig and it doesn't knock it out. It uses Tail Whip, which does boost our attack. I think Body Slam is going to knock it out, but no, it survives with a sliver of HP. Luckily, Horn Drill doesn't affect us, and Body Slam knocks it out. Growlithe gets knocked out by Dig, and now it's time for Execute. I use Mimic thinking it has Hypnosis, but it doesn't. But what I do find is Solar Beam. Oh, this is going to be epic. Execute misses with Poison Powder, and Flamethrower knocks it out. Body Slam knocks out Alakazam down to a quarter health, and it goes for Reflect. However, another Body Slam knocks it out. And now here it is. Will my stupid plan work? Torchy takes in Sunlight, Hydro Pump misses, and Solar Beam almost knocks out the Blastoise. I have no idea how that would work, but I would love to hear your ideas in the comments below. Blastoise uses Withdrawal, and Body Slam knocks it out. Easy rival fight. Heading up Victory Road, I want to talk about my rules for the Elite Four. First, I will not be saving between members. There's a ton of RNG, I could easily brute force my way through each member eventually. It's also more of an achievement going through all 5 fights in a straight shot. Also, I picked up several rare candies during the run, but I'm going to attempt the Elite Four a few times without them until I hit an obvious wall. If that doesn't work, I'll train up Torchy some more until we take down the champion. So let's see how Torchy does at level 55. Lorelei is first, and she sends out Dugong. Body Slam does about a quarter damage and paralyzes. Great start. Body Slam hits again, and Dugong remains paralyzed. A third Body Slam triggers a retroactive Super Potion, but I don't think Body Slam will finish it off, so I use Flamethrower instead, and it knocks it out. Cloyster is up next, and I have to use Flamethrower. It does good damage, dropping into low health. It misses with Clamp, and Flamethrower knocks it out. Yes. Slowbro is next, and this is where Mimic comes into play. I mimic Amnesia and begin setting up. Water Gun is doing some damage, but I begin to raise my special. I use Amnesia 3 times while Slowbro counters with Withdrawal. Thank you, good AI. I use Flamethrower, but it crits. This is not ideal because critical hits do not take into account the +6 special Torchy has, and this is also why I got rid of Slash. Slowbro continues to use Withdrawal, and I get another critical hit with Flamethrower. Finally, Slowbro attacks with Water Gun, and you can see how little damage it does after my special boosts. A final Body Slam takes it out, and here comes Jinx. Flamethrower is super effective against Ice types and knocks it out in one hit. Finally, out comes Lapras. And I crit again with Flamethrower. Come on! It attacks with Blizzard, which does some damage, but finally a Flamethrower knocks it out, and we've made it through Lorelei. Bruno is next, and yeah, he's still a joke. But both of his Onix know Rock Throw, which is 4 times super effective against Torchy. However, it's only 65% accurate, and an Onix attack is abysmal, so I'm not too worried. Dig does not one-shot the Onix, does about 3/4. Onix uses Harden, and Bruno uses an X Defend before the second Dig can go off, and Onix holds on. Okay, Bruno. Another X Defend from Bruno, and Body Slam takes it out. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee both get knocked out with Flamethrower. Onix number 2 comes out, and Bruno immediately starts to stall with X Defend. Dig isn't even doing half at this point. Onix goes for Rock Throw, but yeah, it misses. Second Dig brings it down to KO range, and Flamethrower knocks it out. Finally, Machamp comes out. Torchy uses Flamethrower, It does more than half and gets a burn. Nice. Machamp uses Submission, which is not effective since Torchy is part flying, and it's burned. I thought Body Slam would knock it out, but it doesn't. Bruno tries to stall again with another X defend, and yeah, this is probably the most we'll ever go into Bruno. Agatha is next, and she can be really trolly. However, Torchy's speed has been really high this run, so maybe I'll outspeed and take the house. Let's find out. Agatha's first Gengar comes out. Torchy outspeeds and uses Dig. Yes, it one-shots the Gengar. We also outspeed the Golbat. I use Flamethrower and it does more than half. It uses Haze, which is the best move we could hope for, and another Flamethrower knocks it out. Haunter gets one shot by Dig. Torchy also uses Dig against Arbok. Agatha withdraws the Arbok for her Sengo Gengar. It uses Toxic, which means it outspeeds Torchy. However, it misses because we are underground, but Dig does not one-shot the Gengar. However, it does come close. Agatha uses a Super Potion, and Torchy knocks out the Gengar with another Dig. Arbok comes out, and Dig also does not one-shot the Arbok. Wow. However, it uses Screech, which is meaningless, and we take it out. So yeah, that's Agatha first try. Lance is up next, and I'm pretty worried about this fight. Gyarados knows Hydro Pump, and Lance has good AI, meaning he's going to spam Hydro Pump because it's the only super effective move on his move pool. It's 80% accurate, but that's some difficult odds to get through. After the Gyarados, I plan to mimic Agility from one of the Dragonairs and set up while hoping to dodge the Hyper Beams. So yeah, this could get dicey. However, we beat the odds once. Do you think we can do it again? Let's find out. Gyarados is first, and Torchy uses Body Slam. We get a first turn paralysis. Yes! But Gyarados hits with Hydro Pump, and wow, that did a lot of damage. Torchy goes for Body Slam again, but Gyarados hits with another Hydro Pump, and we're done. Time to reset. Except I thought I saved during Indigo Plateau, but no. Oh, we're sent all the way back to Giovanni, so now we have to do the whole thing over again. At least Giovanni goes down quick, and I attempt the same strat as before with Rival 6. Except Execute gets Stun Spore off while we mimic Solar Beam, and then gets a Leech Seed. Alakazam now gets to go first, and Torchy takes a Psychic. Body Slam isn't going to one-shot, and now it gets to use Recover. Oh no. Body Slam slowly whittles it away, but Leech Seed is also draining our health. Torchy is fully paralyzed, and takes another Psychic. After Leech Seed, we're down to 3 health, and we have to reset. Wow. So during the fight, I noticed that Growlithe used Agility. Not only can I use that to boost my stats, but I can also safely set up against the Growlithe. I mimic Agility and begin setting up. Growlithe uses Takedown, which does a small amount of damage, and hits with a Leer, which boosts our stats even further. Now I can take out the Growlithe, one-shot the Execute, one-shot the Alakazam, nice. I go for Flamethrower against Blastoise, does about a third, but Hydro Pump brings me below half. I go for Flamethrower because why not? Blastoise uses Withdraws, okay, we win. Flamethrower cleanses it and we head back to the Elite Four. Finally, we make it back to the Indigo Plateau. I make sure to save twice, and let's battle Lorelei. Dugong is first, and I try Flamethrower. Looks to be about half, which is more than Body Slam was doing, so that's good. However, Dugong goes for Aurora Beam and deals a good chunk of damage. Flamethrower again, and no, it's not a 2-hit KO. Maybe it's a range. However, Retroactive Super Potion is fine, and we knock out the Dugong. Cloyster comes out, and Flamethrower crits, so goodbye Cloyster. Now it's time to set up Amnesia against Slowbro. I begin setting up, and the Slowbro uses Water Gun. And crits? What? We're down to 19 hit points? I set up the last Amnesia, and Slowbro crits again with Water Gun. Are you kidding me? Slowbro has the lowest base speed in the game, and has less than a 6% chance to crit, and it happens twice in a row? Wow. I have no words. I have no words. Well, we lick our wounds and try again. I end up going for Body Slam for the chance to paralyze. We get it, but not before getting hit with Aurora Beam again. Flamethrower does good damage to Cloyster, but it uses Clamp and brings Torchy down to 16 hit points. I try to set up against Slowbro, and it knocks us out with Water Gun. Yeah, I think we might have to start using those rare candies. Torchy gets leveled up to 60, and we attempt Lorelei again. Dugong is still a 3-hit KO with Body Slam. Or it would have been if we didn't get 2 attack drops from Aurora Beam. Cloyster we can now one-shot with Flamethrower, though those attack drops may have had something to do with it. I set up Amnesia against Slowbro. The amazing critting Slowbro does not knock us out, and we one-shot it and the Jinx with Flamethrower. Hopefully we can one-shot the Lapras with Flamethrower, but no! We get another unlucky crit. Lapras hits us with Blizzard. And this run is cursed. I try again, and this time without the attack drops. Flamethrower does not one-shot the Cloyster. We get knocked out by Clamp, and Lorelei rubs salt in the wound by using a super potion in the middle of Clamp. And yeah, Lorelei just becomes a hard wall for Torchy, with the combination of bad luck and free critical hits continuing to knock us out. I have one more rare candy. Normally I have 6, but I forgot the one in the Warden's house. I used my last rare candy. Torchy is 61. I don't think it's going to change anything, but we're going to give it another shot. We make it to Slowbro with 19 hit points. I set up Amnesia even though I'm sure this attempt is dead. Slowbro continues to use Withdraw. I knock it out with Flamethrower. Same goes for the Jinx. We don't crit and we one-shot the Lapras. The Lorelei wall is broken. We can finally make it back to Bruno. I'm not going to dwell on Bruno too much. The only notable thing is that Onyx does hit us with a 4x super effective Rock Throw, and that did a whole 59 damage. Yep, moving on. For Agatha, we know that we outspeed her first Gengar, and is one-shot by Dig. Golbat is a 2-hit KO with Body Slam. Agatha withdraws her Gengar and brings out Arbok, and Dig now one-shots it, so that's good. Onder comes out and gets one-shot by Dig. So at 63, will Torchy outspeed the second Gengar? It does! Agatha is defeated, we take the house. Now we must contend with Lance's Gyarados. I still don't have a good answer for it. Honestly, good RNG is the best I can hope for. Gyarados comes out. Body Slam is doing about a third. And Hydro Pump misses. Awesome! Body Slam hits again and crits, but it doesn't knock it out. Hydro Pump lands, and Torchy is brought down to 56 health. Oh man. Well, at least we can see what the rest of the fight looks like. I use Mimic, and I start to wonder, rather than set up 3 agilities, what if I were to sweep with Hyper Beam? It could work, and honestly, Torchy can't survive much else anyway. So I go for Hyper Beam. Dragonair uses Hyper Beam. Torchy survives with 8 hit points. Here we go. Can we pull this off? No. Dragonair holds on, and we have to recharge. Well, it was worth a shot. At this point, we need to train up. I fly to Celadon to get more vitamins, and battle a few more trainers to gain 2 more levels. Torchy is now 63, and we make it back to Lance on our first attempt. Body Slam is still a 3-hit KO, and Gyarados gets off a Hydro Pump before fainting. It's still doing massive damage. I mimic Hyper Beam from the Dragonair. It gets one shot, though I don't know if that crit mattered. Second Dragonair comes out, and no, it did not matter. Okay. Here comes the Aerodactyl. I know that Hyper Beam won't one-shot, so I use Flamethrower hoping to get a burn. I don't get a burn, and now Torchy is confused. A second Flamethrower gets it into range, and no, not Hyper Beam. Ugh. So now I'm rethinking my strategy. Potentially, I could mimic Hydro Pump for the Aerodactyl, but that's another turn against Gyarados, and I wouldn't have Hyper Beam. And then it dawns on me. I've been such a fool. Torchy can learn Sword Stance. How could I have forgotten? Unfortunately, I never picked it up, so now I have to fly all the way to Saffron City, head back to Silphco, realize I've dropped off the keycard in my PC, head back to Silphco, grab the TM, and now we have what we need. So after all of this, can we beat Lance and make it to the champion? First attempt, and I make it back to Lance. I still use Mimic for Lorelei, but now I've replaced it with Sword Stance. I open up with Body Slam, we get a paralysis, and Hydro Pump misses. Yes! Body Slam again, and Gyarados is fully paralyzed. Nice. This is extremely lucky, but at this point, I don't even care. A third Body Slam, and we've made it past the Gyarados with full HP. Let's go, Torchy. I set up 3 Sword Stance against the Dragonair. Body Slam one-shots. Yes. Dragonair number 2, also 1-hit KO. Now comes Aerodactyl. I weigh my options between a +6 Body Slam and Stab Flamethrower. I opt for the Body Slam. Will it one-shot? No! But we get a paralysis! Awesome! This triggers a retroactive Hyper Potion from Lance, and is Body Slam arranged? No, it's not. Aerodactyl goes for Supersonic and misses. We're able to knock out the Aerodactyl, and now we're up against Lance's ace, Dragonite. Will Body Slam knock it out in 1 hit? Yes. Yes, it does. We're on to the champion, and we just leveled up, so there's no concern about the badge boost resetting. So after several delays and wall breaking, Can Torchy take down the champion at first try? Let's find out. Pidgeot is first, and I decide to set up Sword Stance against it. It uses Mirror Move and also uses Sword Stance. I use a second Sword Stance, and Pidgeot is setting up Sky Tech. I panic and decide to knock it out before taking damage. Luckily, it knocks it out, and we move on to Alakazam. I'm hoping a +4 Body Slam will knock it out in one hit, and it does. Rhydon is next, and the only thing that it can do to me is Fury Attack, which does minimal damage, so I set up the final Sword Stance. It uses Leer, which boosts my stats even further, and I knock it out with Dig. Arcanine is also one-shot with Dig. We have 2 Pokemon left, and we're at full health. Let's go. Flamethrower knocks out the Execute, and Blastoise is the only one left. We have not leveled up. All badge boosts are intact. Body Slam hits, and one-shots the Blastoise. Yes, we won. Torchy did it. All we needed was Sword Stance, and a ton of luck against Gyarados. Wow. So at level 67, Torchy actually ties with Sergeant Bubble. However, this was a much tougher run during the Elite Four. We got extremely lucky against Lance's Gyarados. I should have played more towards Torchy's strengths of high attack and speed and not force the extended coverage Sergeant Bubble had in the previous run. Perhaps when we revisit and remember to pick up Sword Stance, it'll be a little bit easier. I'm going to put Charmander behind Squirtle for the solo starters. Stay tuned for the final episode of the Kanto starters, where we do the solo challenge with Bulbasaur. Is he still the easiest out of the 3? In the meantime, let me know your thoughts on the run, what I could have done better, or other Pokemon you would like to see me attempt. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel to be notified about new ones. My name's Oso, and thanks for watching.